welcome back to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Oxford, back in the show as Albert. St Johnstone 0, Rangers win in an unexpiring cup tie. Albert.
You're great, mate. You're right. I've just stopped greeting. I'm just putting hankies away now. That was horrible. That was just horrible.
Did agree with Alan McCoist after the game. I will not be watching that back.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. I'll not watch that ever again. Terrible. A lot of bad performances for Rangers players today. Mitigating circumstances, of course, but a lot of bad performances. But a brilliant result, mate. Brilliant result. Went through.
A lot of people who upset us didn't play so well. I just didn't. I thought our two centre backs, and Alan McGregor, had no complaints with them. Kept a clean sheet and get involved. Then there was times the park come into play, and obviously guys like Kent and that can't run with a ball, especially when somebody's trying to shove you every time you get the ball. But I don't think there was so much anybody was thinking. I just don't think anybody played well, Albert.
Well, you get this one way of putting it. I thought there was two or three were stinking, absolutely stinking, and I thought another two or three were, as you just weren't playing well. You know what I mean? They're just. But McGregor had nothing to do. Well, who was stinking? Lundstrom, Jack, absolutely stinking. Stinking the two of them.
Too deep, mate. Too slow. Too much spending. Too much time between Golson and Davis, especially when we've got somebody there. The two of them actually who can pass the ball. So we don't need one midfield to go back there. So stop hiding, play in midfield, and don't play in defence. Is that fair?
That's fair, mate. They didn't influence the game at all. In fact, Lundstrom at one point near the end, they nearly threw the game away. Or threw the result away. They could have got a draw out of that for him missing tackles and missing the ball. And he's just a sloppy player for me, mate. He really is a sloppy player. Not just tonight. I see it all the time. I'm just careless, sloppy player. If he would just take a wee bit more care with his final pass, a different player altogether, but he doesn't. It's constant with him now. So it's. But again, I don't care. We won, and that's the most important thing.
Right, okay, right. People might have different thoughts. I just think that nobody played well as collective. I mean, even the centre backs who strolled it because they didn't have much to do really. Because they'd a tactic, mate. They were trying to stay in the game in the last 10 minutes, then throwing forwards and just hoof the ball up front. And and that's what we're facing, because that's what Kilmarnock have done. But we've got to
that's what they all do.
Mitigate that by scoring goals, mate. We've got to start scoring more goals. It's been my problem now for 2 years away from home, particularly.
Years. Well, we tapped the tactics before the ball was kicked before in the pre-show. We said exactly that, and that's why you panned out. I mean, it's not that we know any more than anybody else. Everybody knows it. We're just saying what other people already know. And if we know it, Bill knows it, and his crew know it. But how they cannot do something about it, I just don't know. I just haven't a clue what's going on. Some of the things we do is absolutely crazy, just crazy. I mean, allowing them to lump that ball into our area continuously, it's insanity, mate. It's absolutely insanity. And you're looking at them going, get out to them, don't let them cross the ball. If they're going to get a cross in, they've got to really work to get that ball. They don't. It's simple. They just don't move us about a wee bit and then fire the ball into our area. Oh, it's just annoying. It's just annoying. But anyway, as I said, I thought I'm going to give pass marks to three of them. Outside the centre backs, Tillman, Barisic, and who took the shot? Sakala for involvement in the goal.
It was a magic goal, great finish for Borna, and I'll make a look and see how many goal scorers that's been under Michael Beale. But it was a great move between Tillman and Sakala, wasn't it? And it was all about real quality in the first half, mate.
There's only real quality in the whole game, mate. That and Barisic's strike. That was it. That was the quality in the whole game, mate. And it was a good goal. Come on, that was. I mean, Barisic's not my favourite player, but that was an absolute peachy goal. It deserved. That could win any game. That goal. I mean, it deserved to win any game. I should say. It was a cracker. It really was a cracker. But there you go. That is the talking point, mate. That's it. The rest of it, you're sitting going, pick the bones out of that. You're struggling. We could have been early tea tonight.
Aye. Give a bit of cricket, go for an early tea. Right, we'll get the phone lines open and see what the people thought. 0141 356 1972. Ring in, speak to the receptionist, we'll phone you back and bring you into the show. I mean, I'm going to say that I just thought we didn't play well, the team didn't play well, and I agree with you. I thought Johnstone was poor, mate, too. He's sloppy's a good word to sum it up, but also I just don't like when he gets that deep, mate.
Mm-hmm.
He gets that deep, and you're not playing a midfield, are you?
I mean, the idea. I know the idea. I mean, Van Bronckhorst's done the same thing. The reason he goes deep is to allow the two fullbacks to get further up the park. That's all fine and dandy. But when your two fullbacks are no going up the park, or even if they're up the park, they're no doing anything. Well, sort of pointless, isn't it? You're saying this is pointless. They're not actually in the game, involved in the game. They're no trying really dangerous balls into the box, or they're not taking players on and causing havoc. Nothing seems to be working, so why are we doing it? I don't understand. And it's an easy shift for Lundstrom. I've said this before with this guy. It's an easy shift for him, by the way. He just drops in there out the wide, hiding out the wide. He's supposed to be the main man in that midfield, and he's posted missing. 9 times out of 10, he's posted missing. And then he does one wee pass, and everybody rants and raves about it, and you're getting it. That's one pass in the whole 90 minutes or 95 minutes. No good enough, mate. He is the main man. He's supposed to make the team tick. And I'll tell you now, I think Golson's the one that sets the play. He's the one that sets the tempo. Your two centre-halves, but especially Golson. Shouldn't be that way. It should be a midfield that's doing this, but they're not. They're absolutely not. In fact, at one point in the first half, I actually forgot Jack was on the ball.
It was non-existent in the first half. He came into the game a bit more in the second half, mate, if I'm being honest, but without influence, because let's be honest, they started going back and they were defending, and we should have been making more opportunities because we had that much play up at the edge of their box, but we never, and it was all our buts and maybes,
They're a bad team, I know. They are a bad team.
They're not a lot of fit, but their best player, I thought, was a boy McPherson, who's a good blower. So, but I don't know. Listen, we win. Michael Beale bandwagon keeps rolling. That's the big positive, Albert. We went there under Stevie G, lost the goal in the last minute, come back to Ibrox and lost the cup tie.
Mm-hmm.
So arguably cost us the double, the 55 season.
Yep, absolutely, mate.
So we kept
it is a tricky place for us for whatever reason. I don't know why, but it is. There's a few parts to that, but you're right. We got the result, and that's what matters, mate.
Aye. I mean, you move on. We've had tough games up there. We've lost, but they took that result in the league back a few months ago. We wouldn't have been so far behind. So obviously you take the game, you take it. You take the 1-0 victory and you move on. But as far as critiquing the game, it's difficult, Albert.
I think that's what I'm saying. It's an early tea of the night, surely. If nobody phones in and tell us what they were thinking, because I'm thinking to myself, what are we going to talk about? Because there was only one bit of quality in the whole game. There wasn't any really controversial stuff either. There was just one bit of quality, and that was the goal. And it was a beauty. We can't argue with that. It's a pity that game decided that game, innit? You wanted that goal you want in the cup final, innit? That's the one you want to score in the cup final to lift a cup. But what do you say? What does Beale say to them? Think about that. What does he say to them after that? Well done. Let's get down the road now. Get your shower and let's get down the road. Let's get out of here, because that was dreadful. But we weren't expecting a good game, were we? Really, honestly.
No. But you're hoping once we get the goal, mate, we can go and get another one, and then we can get, we can start playing some football, because they would then have to come out. But fair play to them. They stuck to their task and were organised, and it's difficult on that part for the guys who run with the ball, Sakala and Kent, and maybe even Tillman if you like, because the ball was bouncing. There was a classic in the second half and it bounced over one of their players and went a throw in for us, and the part was just a disgrace again, mate. Again, I get it. The weather's been poor, understanding it, but it was poor, wasn't it?
That's the last 3 pitches we've played, isn't it? Terrible, absolutely terrible. But that's Scottish football for you. That's a good advert for Scottish football. See, the time you actually get a good game up here. We shouldn't say that's the advert for Scottish football, because they don't want that kind of football. They want what we go at the night, dished up to us the night. That's what they want in Scotland, that garbage. If I wasn't the Rangers, I'd have switched that up a long time ago. I wouldn't have sat and watched that. Anybody outside the Rangers that watch that would really needs one that he's looked. No, honestly, to God, that how could you sit and watch that? We're Rangers supporters. We've got to watch it. It's our team. But if you're just a neutral, you just switch away from that nonsense. You can't watch that.
No, it wasn't a good watch. It wasn't a good watch, I suppose Michael Beale will be quite happy, mate, if we come down the road. There's no injuries, players are coming back, the squad's getting better. I know Cholak didn't do nothing, but he got his strip rolling, didn't he? So
he won a corner.
He's got another week to get. We've seen that Lowry's got quick feet. He's awful slight, the boy, isn't he? Very slight, isn't he?
He can knock out a couple of times.
That was a bit of quality, his pass to Morelos.
That was, I'll give you that. I forgot about that. I was probably greeting at that time.
So you've seen the boy's got vision as well, but he does look slight, Albert, didn't he?
He get knocked off about twice, as I said. Very, very easy. Very, very easy. So he needs to understand it. He needs to put all his body in. If he's not going to bulk up that much, you need to put all your body in front of these players, not just your shoulder or something. It's the whole lot. You've got to make yourself immovable. So if they're going to try and get the ball, they've got to foul you. But for football-wise, football brain, the boy's got a football brain. There's no doubt about that. He's got the ability as well. He's got what I like in a football player. Trouble is, it's not conducive up here for a good career. The boy will probably have to leave to get a good career, because he'll get hammered up here. Sorry, mate, I'm diverting again.
No, not at all, mate. No, but listen, good to see him on the park, first and foremost, yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Fair play him, and obviously now Michael Beale. It's all about getting it right, but he does look as if he looks as if he could do with a good feed, doesn't he? If I'm being honest.
Supper, aye, definitely. A month for fish suppers or something, or pie suppers. Give me Big Stevie for a while, Big Stevie.
Move in with Big Stevie.
He'll broaden them up. Aye, but he's a good player. You can see the boy's a good player. Give Bailey's due and all for putting them on in a game like that, and the score of that, the pitch like that, crucial game. You go for that. Take a wee bit of heart out of that, son, because normally you hear managers saying, "Oh, it was too tight a game, too important a game to stick him on," but you put him on, and that says a lot for you. You take a lot out of that. If I was Lowry, I'd be taking a lot out of that, saying, well, at least he trusts me. So there's going to be chances for me if I just knuckle down.
Fair comment, mate. Fair comment. The boys, there's no doubt, the boys definitely got ability, mate. I don't doubt he's got ability, vision, whatever. A lot of positives to his game, but it's getting ready. And, he's obviously that bad injury as well. So, let's hope it's a starter. Seeing Mary Alex Lowry, if he's playing well for us, mate. Yeah. Of
course, mate. You got to play well. That's the secret to it all, isn't it? You got to play well. I hope we see a lot of him. That's Mary anyway. Plus, any new players we get as well. It nice to see that if we get quality players coming in, he's going to start playing with better players. Because, my opinion, only my opinion, mate, I keep telling you, we need to upgrade on Jack and Lundstrom. We need to upgrade in that midfield. It's just no right. It's just terrible. But anyway, we won, we get through, and that's all I care about. Onward to the next round. When's the draw, actually?
It's the night after the morning after the Hibs and Hearts game. Sorry. There's still the Hibs and Hearts game to go, isn't there? So we'll see who we get. We'll be able to talk about that on Monday. But, aye. Give us a phone, 0141 356 1972. Give us your thoughts. Give us the positives and negatives out of that game. Positive, clean sheet. Positive, hopefully no injuries. Positive, the goal. Positive, Lowry getting back. Cholak coming back. Positive, we're through to the next round. You can take the negatives, Albert.
Thanks, by the way. Can I know you can get one positive? No. there was plenty of negatives. Too many players played bad. Too many players get caught up in stupidity as well. They let the occasion get to them as much as, see, it's getting tense and you feel the nerves off the crowd. They let that get to them. They start swiping at boys and no clearing them properly. I thought Tavernier was absolutely dreadful today, absolutely dreadful, man. I'm saying to myself, son, how many times do you want to give the ball away? It's incredible, by the way. His clearance always goes to an opposition player. So I don't know what's wrong with him. I don't know if you still think it's an injury that's wrong with Tab. I don't know, but he's not playing well, man. He's just not playing well. But again, he dodged away. And he had a brilliant clearance, so give him that. He was a brilliant clearance with that ball across. So that was a difficult one. I don't know if the ball was going in, but you can't take the chances, and he done the right thing. And he actually got it out for a shy rather than a corner, which was no mean task, I'll tell you. But it's hard game to pick anything good out, you know what I mean? I'm struggling here. Oh, aye, we won. That's that. We won, mate. We won. I don't want to sound too negative, but you've got to face up to the facts. It was just a bad game.
Aye.
Two teams, mate.
You're not going to get good performances every week, you know. And we're still building. We went to the well with the same group of players as Michael comes in. So it's hopefully slowly we can refresh it and get some players back and more quality in our team, and the team improves. But we're on a good run of victories and results, if we're being honest, Albert. But we're just not happy with some of the performances.
The results are great, mate. I don't care who we get in. If they can match the results, I'll be happy. What we're looking for anybody that's coming in is to add the quality, and no make games like that as nervy as that. They shouldn't even. We should. I mean, you look at that St Johnstone team tonight, for example. They shouldn't be anywhere close to us, mate. They're just garbage, absolutely garbage. So you're saying, so anybody coming in, we're looking for them to take that away. In other words, score more goals or create more goals for us, because that's what we really need. We've said it all along. We need to score more goals. That again, the night proved it. If we scored the goal, I mean, Morelos had a chance to score the night. Don't get me wrong, the one that he put out of Jack and he get pulled out for a foul, that wasn't a foul.
No.
Remember the one, the first off, he chipped to, after we'd scored, they chipped to the centre half seat, and Jack went in and scored.
He won the ball. There was nothing in there, absolutely nothing. It was a bad decision, personally. Yeah.
Yeah. And what happened to VAR? Why do they not let the play finish and then pull it back?
I don't know. As soon as the referee blows the whistle, mate, VAR doesn't kick in because the defence.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Why is the referee not letting it go to VAR? Why is he not going to go? Like, let that go, bang, go, right, we'll review it now. It was a foul, it's not a goal. But that's what's happening in Scotland now. They're not negating the VAR by putting the flags up early and he's getting free kicks. That's what's happening now. So they don't need VAR. What they're telling you is we're not going to use VAR. So when's the last time you get VAR used in a game since they kicked up lumping? I don't remember VAR getting used at all now.
I know what you mean. I get your point. Well, you know who we're talking about. That's another show on its own, mate. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Another show on its own. But listen, do you think Michael Beale will be happy, mate? Just to take.
Oh, I think he'll be delighted. Mate. Absolutely. You got to remember, by the way, he's sitting watching that, stunning watching that. He's sitting stunning watching that. He knows it's his job. Remember, it's on the line here all the time. Every game he plays, and he knows he's looking at the players. He's seeing what we see, and he must be going, Jesus Christ, why is he just volleying that there? Why is he doing? Not, I mean, but the game against Kilmarnock, when Big McLaughlin passes the ball to the right in the last seconds, passes the ball to the Kilmarnock player, he must be standing that dugout going, Jesus, what did they do? What is he thinking about? What is it through his head? And then again the night. I mean, see that one the night we couldn't seem to get the ball away. Oh, you're waiting for one of the wonder shots, and you're going, oh Christ, somebody put their foot in the ball. Aye, a ricochet.
Anyway, we'll be enjoyed by Jim. Evening, Jim.
Good evening, lads. Lads, I'm going to say 3 words here, or 2 words, and I want your views on it before you dive in and tell me I'm wrong and I'm bang out of order. Disgraceful performance.
Albert.
I'm going to say I agree, totally agree. You can't argue for that. It was a terrible performance, man. Really, honestly. There is mitigating circumstances, but you can't, even with that, it was just terrible.
It was a terrible game, full stop, Jim, you know.
Aye, but he's dived in and he's obtained the wrong view of this. I'm talking about that rocket in black in that middle of that park, that Alan Muir. That's where the disgraceful performance comes from. You tell me, by the way, some of the decisions and the pettiness. He's telling Borna Barisic and Tab to put the ball back 5 inches, and he's letting him steal 5-10 yards at a time. And tell me, where was the man, the second goal Ryan Jack scored? Where was the foul?
We were just discussing that before you came on, you know.
They wonder about Big Golson get booked. Big Golson get booked for saying what we were all thinking. Absolute disgrace.
That was the one in right, but I must admit I was screaming at right, mate. He went back inside, but he just got to keep going outside, didn't he? Yeah.
Absolutely shocking. Disgraceful performance, by the way, and he was at it the whole night.
The one on right, I mean, that Constantine did block him. And the first half, the second half, when big Malik, like Tillman, he get booked for blocking May. So what's I don't see the difference of that. No, I mean, but hey, he sees it different. I'm saying, well, you book Tillman, but you don't even use a foul for Constantine doing the exact same thing. He's blocking right. But I agree with you, he should have kept going left instead of cutting back in again. But this Rangers team seem to do this. They seem to want to cut back into danger all the time. Lundstrom, Wright, Kent, they all do it. I don't know why they do it, but they do it. If he just keeps going the left, they have to bring him down. They either bring him down or he's getting through and getting a shot away.
Aye, because he's the pace. He's got the pace in all the players, you know.
Yep.
You know, so takes the ball back into him. Jim, I get the ref was poor. I just also didn't think we played well. I get you.
We need fresh blood. Fresh blood big time in the middle of that park, by the way. Didn't we? Aye. Big time in the middle of that park.
I agree with that.
I mean, Ryan Jack's been a good player for us, but on the night's performance, the first half he was non-existent, and Lundstrom, the last couple of performances for Johnstone have been frustrating for me, Jim.
Aye, 100%. But what is the need to play the two in there? They're so negative, the two of them.
It's a needs be, but who else do you play in there, Jim?
If it's obviously he's not got any faith in the young team anyway, because they'll be going out the door shortly.
One sitter, what you're saying is you need one sitter and two guys that can make things happen. I mean,
guys going forward.
One back heel for Tillman changed the whole game a little bit.
Oh, big thing, I know.
I mean, that's a bit of class. That's what we're all looking for. We're looking for the class to come for these players like Kent, Morelos, Tillman, Sakala, all the players that have got a bit of class about them. You're sitting saying, just wanting that wee bit of class. And that's that. It changes the whole game. So you're sitting going, if we can get a wee bit more of this for some, not just one player, 3 or 4 players, what a difference it would make. Absolutely. But I've got to say it, I think we're the stupidest team in the world, by the way, at times. I really do. Some of the decision making is just beyond belief. And it's all over the park. It's all different things, like the defensive bit, the midfield bit, the forward line. It's just crazy decisions they make at times. But they seem to, I don't know what they do in training, because he keeps telling me and all the rest of the Rangers support that we're doing well in training, we're looking well. So they're making these same mistakes in training. Because if they are, they should be ironed out by now. Corner kicks and free kicks coming into our box, and both, whether we're attacking or we're defending, we're hopeless. Absolutely hopeless with it. I don't understand that either.
I thought you could see a wee change in the tactics today, Jim. We set up a wee bit more further forward when we were defending long free kicks to try and mitigate them putting it right on top of our 18-yard box.
Yeah, we did now.
You've seen it in the first half. So obviously he's always thinking. But look, you're right about the performance of the referee and the team. But what I will say is it's a cup timer through, Jim.
End of the day, that's what we knew what was going to happen up there, man. The Totty field, plough field again, unbelievable. How they think that standard they're playing football on that surface is unbelievable. It just shows you how low they've actually sank in it when they're trying to leave their part like a Totty field, man, to try and get the evens up on you. Unbelievable.
Aye.
It's not a product, is it, Jim? It's not a product anymore. They gave up trying to make it a product. They just gave up. All it is news about trying to steal points or trying to steal cup ties. Or they don't care. They don't care about the overall thing. That's why we'll remain with these kind of pitches. Plastic pitches and ploughed fields, as you say. They're not interested in improving Scottish football at all. They're all happy. Look at the crowd, 300, 400 turn up today. Don't want to pay 30 quid.
Again, by the way, get on the due. They stood their grin about the £30 thing. They stood their grin about it.
I bet you that would be more successful if they'd done it up at Aberdeen. But aye, well, they've got their grievances, but listen, they'd all want to pay 50 quid if it was a cup final and they were playing us, wouldn't they?
Aye. They want to offer harm, didn't they?
Aye. So, and it was great. The support was magnificent up there. All the people travelled up there. The weather's horrible. Has been for a few weeks, and the Bears have been to Ross County, Dundee United, Aberdeen, Kilmarnock, St Johnstone, and eventually back at Ibrox next week. All Bear.
That's it, mate. I mean, I've said it before the show. There isn't a Rangers supporter out there that should struggle for an away ticket. They shouldn't be, by the way, because these grounds are empty. I don't understand why they're not letting the Rangers supporters in. And see the chairman of these football teams. They don't understand it either. I mean, there's about 400 people, 500 people holding Scotland in each club. I'm talking about holding Scotland to ransom, and it's madness. It's total and utter madness. I would rather just say to the 400 or 500 people, just don't come back again, just beat it. We're going to do this anyway, and just let the people who want to come and watch the games go and watch the games. I don't understand. Take the scalpel. I keep saying, take the scalpel and start cutting this dead wood away. It's been there for 50, 100 years now. What's the point? What is the point? If they don't want to go, well, don't go. But there is people who do want to go. The Rangers support want to go. So there's not a Rangers supporter who struggle for an away ticket. Not one. If you want to go to the whatever ground, you should be able to go.
Hatred is killing the game.
So again, it.
Hatred's killing the game up here.
Oh, aye. We're hating myself to death, mate. We know where it's coming from. We know where it's coming from. We know it's been directed, but the rest of the teams are going to wake up for it, and they're still paying a heavy price for 2012. I could go into politics, but I won't, because I think Fox has joined us. Evening, Fox. You enjoying that?
Guys, I'm going to leave you. I'll listen in. Okay, thanks very much for letting me on.
Good to hear.
Have a good one, brothers. Thank you. Thanks very much. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, Jim.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Evening, Foxy boy. You enjoy that?
I did not. Not at all. I was really looking forward to that game. I thought we were going to be keeping up, continuing with our steady progress, but today, not one of the units of that team, well, be fair, the defence done their job, but for there on forward, poor display. Although we did make chances and never took them. I agree with Jim, the referee, along with the whole game, was a disgrace, mate. Again, you would need to say, if you're at the game, how did the boys up there feel? And they're probably happy. Not a great display, but we've come down and we're in the next round. And as for Michael Beale, he'll be happy. He's got us to this run of games before we can put in some juice back in the tank with some new signings who hopefully will appear before next week, and there will be a big benefit of this team. The midfield is too slow, too ponderous. Can he put a forward pass We went direct a
I'll cut
long
across
time.
you, Fox. We've been joined by Big Stevie on his road back down the road. Evening, big man.
Good evening, boys and girls. Did I hear somebody mentioning away tickets there? Put me down. By the way, I must say, I'd like to congratulate my Gers. I've had one away ticket this season, and I've been nearly every game away from home this season. I'm bordering on getting onto silver. I need to just buy maybe 10 new strips at the start of the season. That's me into silver. I can't believe it. Now, listen, boys.
Instead of buying the boy one, why don't you buy just 10 for him and just buy one for yourself? That'll get you more points.
A triple XL. What was I going to say, boys? That was a smashing dig up there, a hard place to go. Parts like a cowfield. What a strike for Borna. There's only a downside to it, as I bought 2 pies in a drop one. But anyway, the Bears are in the next round of the Cup, and the Duck Chapel boys are going to... Aye, and by the way, and I'd like to wish Duck Chapel United all the best on Tuesday night, and I hope they got to Elgin and Durham, and I hope you get them in the next round. What a party that would be, by the way. But listen, it's just a wee quickie, because I'm sitting here with a bunch of friends, and we're going to get the tunes back on, because you know what like we are when we go to away days. It's brilliant, man.
Just keep your eyes peeled for A2 £20 notes.
Oh, by the way, he's out of order. I heard that. What's he all about on a bike and they come along £2 £20 notes? He's unbelievable. But listen, I'm just like to say to all the listeners all over the world, all the Glasgow Rangers family, we've played 9 games, 6 away from home, and the juggernaut's rolling on. Oxford, I've got one question. Are you on the train?
I'm on the train, big man.
Keep it going for the Teddy Bears. Run it, Trummy Loyal! Yo!
Cheers, Biggie.
Well, that was your answer about how the away fans feel, mate. So us watching in the telly shouldn't have any comments.
See, when he gets out of his shyness, he'll be a good caller all better, won't he?
Aye, but I don't see him getting out of that shyness.
You know. Aye. But the way he's looking at it, we go there, difficult part, horrible surface, horrible weather, and we get through. That's the way he's looking at it. And that's true, isn't it?
It's the way you really can look at it, isn't it? Honestly. You've got to get over these hurdles. I said that before we started. They keep putting hurdles in front of you, so you just need to keep getting over them, and that's what we're doing. So there's 10 out of 10 for that. No complaints whatsoever. We're through to the next round. Done. Finished. But full stop. Never watched the game ever again in my life. And move on to the next week. Who is it next week we play anyway?
St Johnstone.
Oh, great.
Fox, sorry I had to cut across you there. You weren't finished, mate, when you were talking about when Stevie came on, yeah?
Look, I was depressed, mate. I was glad Stevie phoned in. That cheered me up. Stevie's phone calls always cheer me up, mate.
Aye.
As we say, as Stevie says, we've got this run of games going. We're getting results which we weren't getting before Christmas, so I suppose we should be happy in that fact. But there's players there on a bumpy surface. You can still pass the ball 10 yards, Ox, you know.
I agree. I mean, there's too many times the midfielders are passing it behind people and they're slowing down the momentum. Just small things, all, but it takes all the momentum out of our game, doesn't it?
Aye, it does, mate. We just zip it a wee bit quicker, aye. But they're doing this all the time. That's what kills the momentum, and even on good surfaces, if you don't zip the ball about. And when we do it, when we're capable of doing it, we're a different team, aren't we? We really are a different team when we do it.
Aye. It'll be interesting, Fox, how the game goes against that same personnel next week at Ibrox. On a surface it'll be a lot bigger, obviously a bigger pitch, and hopefully a better surface.
Aye, I think it'll be a completely different game at Ibrox. I mean, there's ways that I see it's changing, mate. I thought it was good in the lead up to this game where we were holding on to the ball, passing, and then we would suddenly go direct right to the front runners, and that was creating chances for us. Today, a lot of the long direct passes never found their target, mate, and that was, and a wee bit of I suppose, a bit of praise. The St Johnstone defence snuffed us out most of the time, didn't they, to be fair?
Very easy as well. I don't think we created that much.
We had no quality for the wings. Our full-backs never put many crosses in. We had no balls getting slid down, no consistently. I think the thing is, when you go and you go to the ball in the middle of the park, it was hard to control, if I'm being honest, folks, yeah?
Yes, it was, but the gap between the two central midfield or defensive midfields in the attack was huge, Ops.
Well, they were neither Alan McGregor.
And their lack of ability to find a telling pass which made it to me a bit of a slog, you know. I heard you talking about our new tactics on free kicks. That'll not be long getting found out, mate, if we keep that up on a high line. I can understand why he's done it. It's to keep people being right on top of Alan McGregor, who doesn't come for crosses. So I suppose it worked on the day, but I'm pretty sure I don't want us to keep doing that when maybe a quick midfielder will just break the lines, mate, and come right through us and pop the ball in the net, you know.
A deep line runner. But I mean, the thing we done it, Kilmarnock wanted to get through. The guy headed it by the post. He should have actually scored. It's a deep line runner. That just beats that. So you chip the ball out of the wall, and the guy's running for deep. He's no offside. It's easy. It's an easy thing to beat. And I'm with Fox. I hope they don't keep it up, because I bet you knew there's teams I knew have worked it out and already went, I hope they do it with us. We'll just pick them off if they do that with us. You're not going to get away with it. Let's just sort the problem. Let's get a keeper that actually can take a ball out of the air.
Aye, that was so was it? It was Bobby that phoned in on Thursday night, Fox, and that was the point he was making, isn't it? We need a new goalie. I don't think that's going to happen in the window, but I don't disagree with him. Sorry, Fox, on you go.
I don't think that the other keepers are as bad as people are making out. John McLaughlin is probably as good as most other keepers in the league. He's not been noticed as athletic as shop stopping as Alan McGregor, but in general he's better on the ball on the ground. He can, if he can get a run, he can come and take balls in the air. I don't know what I don't think that's the most important position we should look to strengthen, and I think it'll be the last one.
It'll be interesting. So hopefully we get some movement on Monday, all better.
Aye, I don't think. Aye, I think we all know who's coming in or who's get reported as coming in, and I know there's no keeper. But I disagree with folks with McLaughlin. McLaughlin's rotten. He's just stinking. That Park Keep game just said everything for me. No way. He shouldn't have been here. The Rangers' #1 keeper. No way. And every team that you build, every successful team that gets builds for the keeper out. So we need a keeper. We need a really good keeper. And it's top priority. As far as I'm concerned, it's top priority that you get a keeper. McCrory, I don't know about the boy. If he's any good or no. But it suggests to me that if he can't dislodge McGregor and McLaughlin the new when they're playing the way they're playing the new, if he can't get, I know he's injured, but prior to that they've been playing like this for a while. He can't get in there. There's something tells you that something's not right with him if he can't dislodge the two.
I'm just saying it's not going to be a priority in this window. That's all. Maybe no,
mate. Maybe no, but definitely need a keeper. We definitely need one in the summer when definitely, no doubt about it. We can't go forward with these keepers. Anyway, that's just my opinion.
Aye, and that's where I do agree with Bridge. I wouldn't mind a 6'6" 6'1" of them who could do the job.
Because we need to sort this problem out. We've had it now for 2 or 3 years now. People just lobbing balls into our box and our keeper. Don't get me wrong, you can't defend. The keeper can't grab every ball, but our keepers don't grab any ball. So you're looking for them to grab at least 50%, 60% of the balls that come into your area. I mean, look at that keeper today. Every time we lobbed the ball in there, if it was there to be grabbed, he came out and grabbed it. If that was McGregor, McLaughlin, pardon?
He also had a couple of decent saves.
The save with the header with Golson was a cracker, mate. That was some save. That really was some save. The one with Wright was a good save, but it wasn't as good as the Goldson save. But again, it's the simple stuff. It's grabbing the ball when there's a bit of pressure on you. Just get out and grab the ball and take control of the situation. That's what we have no go. And everybody knows it now. That's why they can do our left hand side all the time. They know Barisic can't defend, and he's weak, so they come down that side and cross balls. And I mean, we always see it every game now. Every single game, the Aberdeen game, the Kilmarnock game, the game today, every game now. They all come down the left-hand side and fire balls into our box because everybody knows our weaknesses. We talk about it. Everybody talks about it. Simple. We need to sort it. We can't go forward if we don't sort problems. Sorry, mate, I'm ranting again.
No. I think the thing is that you'll see when Michael Beale's coming for the next few days what bits of the jigsaw he's wanting to change, folks. I'll give you a sign of where we're going. And obviously we don't know how good these players are going to be till they start playing for us. That's the problem, isn't it?
I don't think we need to think about it. We know who's coming in. The boy Cantwell, the deal was done last Wednesday, mate. Rangers have stalled on actually producing them at this time, but the deal was done on Wednesday. It started, as I think you rightfully said, and that hotel off a Great Western Road, I can't remember the name of it.
The one you used to frequent, the one Derbyshire Gardens.
That's the one, aye. The deals were done then. Well, after that, the players have got to go back, sort out their home where they're at the new, and then make arrangements to move up here, mate. So we have got a full week's training, and that's what the Rangers have probably planned. They want a big splash on with 2 new signings. So the game's done. We're through the next round of the Cup. It'll be done tonight or tomorrow, but the plans were always there. I'm not sure if the boy Riskin will join us in this window, or maybe it's a pre-contract in the summer. I'm hoping it's this window because I like the looks of him.
All right. Olga?
Aye. But as these players, I'm quite looking forward to seeing Cantwell. I know that. Because the boy was I don't know what happened to him, but he was a player. There was no doubt about that. The boy was a player. The boy Riskin, I don't know anything about. I just don't know. But for all accounts, he's a player and all. He's a wee tiger. He's tells about the midfield. Something missing. As for anybody else, I don't know. But eventually we'll need to change our fullback. So I think when Ridvan, the wee boy Ridvan is ready, and the boy Devine, they should be starting to take over the Barisic and Tavernier's position.
I'll be honest with you, mate. I don't think the boy Devine's ready, mate. I've watched him closely, and I think he's some excellent games covering Borna. He's got a flaw in his game that hopefully maybe a bit of work, but he just needs a wee bit more. If he can get a wee bit more pace, he's got some engine and he can go all day long. But if you watch when anybody just goes by him, mate, but he'll get better through experience. Of course he will. He's got a shot, but he's not ready going in that first team, mate, week in, week out.
There's what I'm saying about they two is they're better defenders. The two of them are better defenders. I'm not saying they're better going forward, but they're better defenders. And I was talking to my mate the other day, and he keeps going on about Tavernier's numbers and Barisic crosses and all this nonsense. And I keep saying, fine. I'm not going to argue with that. No argument with Barisic or Tavernier and the opposition's last third. I've no issue with Barisic and Tavernier further up the park and getting caught out of position where you can't beat 2 places. So I've no issue with that. That's the tactics we play. My issue with the two of them is when they're in their defensive positions, they can't defend. They can't stop close balls at free kicks, corner kicks. They can't stop close balls getting into their box for open play. They cannot defend. That's the problem. No going forward. I'm no complaints whatsoever on going forward. On their game, they're good going forward. On their game. But defensive, they're hopeless. The two of them are absolutely hopeless. Anyway, that's me again, away off the subject. You know me. You there?
Aye. Well, aye. We'll see when Boy Ridvan comes back. That must have been some hamstring. We're now moving into February, Fox. He's, you know.
We seem to have our players taking a long time to recover from injuries at the moment. I don't know if they're making sure they're absolutely 100%. Where in days gone by, it was a jag in the leg and out you go, wasn't it? That was that, you know.
That's what I'm saying about that, would you call him, Ruth? He's walked off that part and I'm going, is it just a jag? Was that a couple of painkillers? What's happening here now? All of a sudden it's 4 weeks. He's out for 4 weeks. What was none of that same one? Remember by Ferguson? No, Barry Ferguson. Derek Ferguson, remember that? Shoulder carry on he had. Hope it's nothing like that.
I had a problem with shoulder. Young Ridvan with the hamstring. It's one you've got to watch because it looks as if that boy's got a change of pace in him and hamstrings can affect that all better.
Aye, you got to be careful, mate. I only seen that what you've seen, a wee flash of the guy, but he looked, to me, I liked what I seen. I did like what I seen. And he looks as if he's a wee tiger and all, one of the never get up wee type guys, and that's what we're needing in our team. More bite, more dig in the team.
More pace.
More quality. More pace. Aye.
More pace. You know, the boys that we're talking about when we shake hands with them, whenever we then they move on, they've all done great for us, Fox, really. And they've took us to another level. But we want to just improve slightly. That's all we're looking to do, Foxy boy.
Of course. I mean, James Taverner was my hero, you know, for years there. But you can see that I think his legs have gone, mate. The engine's still there, but the legs don't seem to have the pace in them that they had previously. And for 250 grand, mate, what a steal and what a servant he's been in his time at Ibrox. And maybe in the summer we'll see James getting a real challenge, mate. I think we'll be looking for a right back. And I think Ridvan will eventually come in and take for Borna. Although Borna's been playing well since Michael Beale came in, mate. I don't think Borna's had a bad game since he came in. Don't know what you think.
No, he's been quite steady. But Davis and Golson have been steadier as well, which helps Borna, Albert.
Oh, definitely. But the trouble with the style of play we play with the fullbacks doing what they're doing is your two centre-halves are exposed a hell of a lot. I don't blame they two. They're going to play this system. But it's the defensive midfielders I don't get. We play two defensive midfielders to cover the two fullbacks from our way up. But we keep losing goals. You're sitting going, why do we get two defensive midfielders when we keep losing goals? So what's the point of they two?
Yeah.
But anyway, it's tactics, and I don't know. I'm really tactics.
On you go, Fox.
I was going to say that's what they're supposed to do in that position, but it's lack of a pace between Jack and Lundstrom that causes the problems, I think, you know.
Well, gentlemen, we've reached that time of the evening. We'll have the last word for your good self, Albert.
Well, it's a victory, and I'm very, very pleased about it. And well done to the team because they had to overcome a lot of difficulty tonight. Didn't play well. I think they would agree that themselves. They didn't play well, but they got the result, and that's all that matters. We're on to the next round.
Yeah, Foxy boy.
Well, I just hope when the cup draw is made tomorrow, we don't get Drumchapel amateurs away because there will only be many tickets to go around there, eh?
I think he's
Stevie gets one. Drumchapel, you get one.
He'll be the
Drumchapel boys will be the only people that'll be there.
I think he's hoping they get a chance to get drawn at Ibrox, but to draw that would make for a minute. That money would set him up forever. You know, right? Listen, thanks.
Hospitality will be up in Big Stevie's house then.
Imagine waiting in the queue behind him in the same house. There's no chance, have you? Right, listen, thanks, Albert. Pleasure as always.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers. Foxy, always good to hear from you, mate.
Thank you. See you later, pal.
Right, cheers. Thanks to Jim and of course, the one and only Big Stevie. This has been Rangers Radio. We'll be back Monday night talking about all things Rangers. I don't know how we're going to manage 2 hours without your help. Talking about that again, but thanks for listening. Stay safe, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you in the draw brings us tomorrow and there'll be definitely some movement on Monday. Thanks for listening. Take it away, Old School Blue.
I sailed the wild Atlantic, across the broad Pacific shore. I sailed around the stormy capes and I've heard the 40s roar. I've flied the Indian Ocean, I've sailed the China Sea. But never see back home in Scotland more than all the rest of me. It's the blue, blue, blue sea of my God. It's the biggest sight that I have ever seen. It's the blue, blue, blue sea of my God. And it's not on the really get where I sleep. No more I'll sail the 7 seas, no more I'll ever roam. No more I'll feel the urge again, I'm back where I belong. At 3 o'clock each Saturday, I'll join the mighty throng. With flags and banners all around, I'll proudly sing this song. It's the blue, blue, blue sea of my God. It's the greatest sight that